Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball. Now today I have an awesome discussion talking about the newest Super Saiyan form that we've seen over the past year, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue, and all the different names of this form. Of course, there's only two quote-unquote official names, which I just mentioned, but there's tons of fan-made ones, and we're going to discuss the ones we like and dislike and what reasons we like and dislike those for, because there are some good and some bad ones there, and giving our thoughts on the two official names. And joining me is Quaman's Land and Mike from Laughing Stock Media. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself?
Alrighty guys, it is Quaman here today.
Hey guys, it's Mike here from Laughing Stock Media. How's it going?
Yeah, and if we can keep Quaman's Land awake, hopefully, in this video, then it should flow a little bit better. But we're just kind of going to talk about these forms, not these forms, these names of this form with the blue hair and the sparks and everything. I'm sure Harold would love to describe the form.
The forms with the pecs and the biceps and the triceps and the abdominals. Get the hell out of the video, Harold. Seriously.
And oh, it's always good to see him here. But yeah, I mean, as far as the two official names, how do you guys feel about those? Because I think that Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan Blue are both terrible names. But to be quite honest, it's not like they're inaccurate. It's what the forms are. You know, it is Super Saiyan mixed with a little bit of the God Ki. I just think that Super Saiyan Blue sounds too childish. But then again, in the manga chapter at least, Goku kind of, said that form, and, Goku's not always considered to be the brightest pair in the bunch, but Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan is just such a mouthful, but it really is what the form is. I prefer Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. What do you guys think of those two names? Because that's the smallest part of this video. I want to really talk about those fan-made ones, what you guys think of those, but what do you guys think of the two quote-unquote official names?
Well, I just want to start off by saying I think a pure Super Saiyan God is a significantly better name than both of them. But just to be nice to the legendary,
We'll get to that part a little bit.
Just to be nice to the legendary Beanie Bop, who could bop no more than he could ever think. I just wanted to say that I think Super Saiyan Blue is childish. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like a Pokemon version, like you got Super Saiyan Blue like Pokemon Blue. I don't know, like every time I associate, I just think it's stupid. I mean, but I do like Super Saiyan Blue more than Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and it's not because I think it's a better name. I just think it's simpler to say like Super Saiyan Blue as opposed to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan literally sounds like you're stuttering. It's such a redundant name. I couldn't think of how somebody could come up with that. But technically, it is what it is, and it is an official name. I just hate both titles, and I think they're garbage. You could have called it something else. But honestly, Josh, when you think about it, when you look at how many flipping... Can I curse on here? Oh, no, I'm sorry. When you think about how many flipping transformations...
No,
when you think about how many fucking transformations that Dragon Ball Z has, it's just mind-boggling to think that they could have thought of something so unique else. So, I don't know. I see why they did it. But Super Saiyan Blue, I have a slight preference to it.
Well, you're wrong, but Mike can give his piece here.
I don't like any of them, actually.
Well, none of us do.
I just
they're all
think
garbage.
that Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, it's way too long. It sounds too Japanese. It's like the Dragon Ball, Z movie titles.
Super Saiyajin God, Super Saiyajin.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like the movie titles, like the Universe's Strongest Guy, or like the terrible super long movie titles, or the episode titles that go on for like forever. It takes way too long. It's describing what it is, but at the same time, it's just too long of a name. Super Saiyan Blue is shorter, so in some ways, I feel like it's better because of that. But I mean, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, I kind of feel sounds even better than Super Saiyan Blue, but I feel like they should have just called it Super Saiyan God.
Well, yeah, I think one thing that most of the and some people, I feel like the way some people talk about this specifically, and we're going to segue into all the fan terms and all that stuff that we like to delve into here. I think one thing that we all know is, everyone wanted the red-haired form to be the Saiyan God, just regular Saiyan God, then the blue to be Super Saiyan God. Honestly, that would have been absolutely perfect. Wouldn't you guys both agree?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't probably think about that.
And I think it's because, honestly, I think it's the same thing that happened with Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball GT, where basically they were going to come up with something completely new and different that was not a Super Saiyan, but like with Super Saiyan 4. But then they just said, well, it'll sell more toys easily if we just change it to Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan God. So they just decided to call it Super Saiyan God.
That could be it as well. That is a very good point. That is, that name change. Obviously, I don't think they really could have retconned that, because that would be such a big change. Because on all the merchandise, they'd have to reprint things, all of that. So I never thought that was going to happen. I didn't think they were going to change it in Super or anything. I wasn't expecting that.
Also, we have to take into account that originally when the Super Saiyan God was designed, it just looked like a combination. It looked like a really muscular Super Saiyan 3 with shorter hair and a cape. So, I mean, like, basically, like, it looked like a Super Saiyan, so they probably wanted to call it Super Saiyan God because it looked like a Super Saiyan, and then Toriyama completely changed the design, which, of course, left us for a loop since it wasn't Super Saiyan anymore.
That's also a very good point, but, the one name that I know Kwame likes to call it Pure Super Saiyan God. Now, my thoughts on that name? I'm going to completely bash Kwame here. I mean, Pure Super Saiyan God isn't really what the form necessarily is, to be quite honest, because I don't think that is that form at its purest state. That's pretty much saying that it can't get any purer than that, or it can't get any better. I mean, the same goes for people calling it Mastered Super Saiyan God as well, though. That's basically saying that that's the highest state of that transformation, saying there's nothing better, essentially. And, I mean, I don't know if they've even completely mastered that form they're in, but we still don't know a lot about Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan to really even comment a whole lot about the stuff behind it, because we've still barely seen it.
Well, honestly, when I thought about calling it Pure Super Saiyan God, I wasn't thinking about it as like having like the highest state. I thought about it being like a pure Super Saiyan God transformation, because like if you look at the original one, the redhead, or I should call it Super Saiyan Red form, if we're gonna go by Pokemon terms.
Please don't.
Now. So if you go by like Super Saiyan Red, I mean,
don't forget Yellow. You have all three Pokemon Red.
Yeah,
Yellow,
you got Super Saiyan
Blue,
Yellow. Yeah. You know what? I just realized Dragon Ball Super Saiyan forms have literally taken the three primary colors, and if you want to include Broly, I'm sorry, guys.
Please don't.
Well,
you're wrong if you want to include him.
Actually, green is not a primary color. But anyways, the point I was trying to say is that Super Saiyan. The redhead form, in my opinion, I feel like if you just call it like Super Saiyan God, it seems like an uncontrolled form, like he's like in his base form, like he's just like becoming a god. But I look at like the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan form as pure Super Saiyan God, because I kind of look at it like he's like mastered like the pure form of a Super Saiyan in a god form. Like, and he's using pure god energy to do the transformation without requiring it from others. So that's why I felt Pure Super Saiyan God was an accurate transformation, because he's actually becoming a pure Super Saiyan God, with the pure God energy. That's the whole reason I called it that.
Well, true, but he's only tapping into some of that energy as well.
Well, but I'm saying the energy he's tapping into is
really
purely God energy. That's what I meant, Josh.
Well, to be fair, you don't call it that anymore, but I don't know. I just think all these names, there's some, like, Super Saiyan God 2. Can we address that one? Because
it's a stupid name.
It's not even accurate.
It's not even a further transformation. It's just Super Saiyan with God Ki.
Exactly. It's just the Super Saiyan form with the godly keys, tapping into some of that and going Super Saiyan. And I'm not going to get into powers because we don't know if it's the same multiplier and their base is just so much stronger, and obviously their bases are strong. We're not going to get into that, but it's just Super Saiyan with the God Ki. It's not an ascended form of the Super Saiyan God. It's nothing like that. So Super Saiyan God 2, I don't like when people call it that, really. Mastered Super Saiyan God, I already went over that one. There's just tons of names. Any names that you guys have heard that I'm not mentioning here? Because I know that there's a lot of crazy ones.
Any of the fan terms I just think tend to be stupid.
SSGSS is a simple one, but it's just an acronym.
Yeah. Right, I think the acronym's fine. Honestly, the acronym, everyone recognizes it, so. Well, Mike, do you have anything to throw in? Because I know Kwame definitely said a lot. Or Quinn. said a lot.
Oh, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro. Geekdom's hoard my name out more than Lisa Ann, so don't worry about
more
it.
than Clayton. But Mike, anything you want to throw in here on the Mastered Super Saiyan God, all that stuff? Pure Super Saiyan God?
I don't really like any of the names. I just wish it was called Super Saiyan God, or just Super Saiyan with God Key. Like that's all they should really say. I'm Super Saiyan with God Key. Like that's what they should say. Boom. Well, immediately answers everything. And
I think, well, I mean, obviously they can't just call it Super Saiyan, but yeah, Super Saiyan Blue, I guess, will be simple. It's very simple. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. It sounds stupid. They both sound stupid. It's way too long. But those two right there, I mean, aside from, you know, the fan one that we all like, where the first one's called Saiyan God, then Super Saiyan God for the blue hair. The two official names are the only fan-made, or the two official names are the only ones that represent the form accurately. I have not seen any fan-made ones that really, honestly, accurately represent what the transformation is. It's just Super Saiyan with God Key. Yeah. And I know this was... I'm gonna close this video off now. I know this was a weird video for a lot of my viewers. It was definitely a random one, and I'm not running out of ideas or anything, but I really wanted to discuss this with my two good friends here, kind of share our thoughts and kind of ask you guys, you know, what do you think of all these names? You know, the two official names, the fan-made ones. What do you think the best name for the form is? Without, you know, let's discount Saiyan God, then Super Saiyan God, just because that's the easiest one. What fan-made names have you guys heard that you really enjoy, and what do you guys prefer between Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan Blue? Not Broly. Again, anything you guys want to add here, or are we all good to close this off?
Legendary Super
Broly
Saiyan
sucks.
God.
Broly, he is the biggest bitch in the galaxy, and even if he turned into the god, he would only be a god of getting his ass kicked by me.
Wait, Harold, where the hell did you come from?
I am everywhere. That is how muscular I have become.
And at that moment, Morgan Freeman dropped into the video and closed it off.
Clayton.
Ow.